The eAssist Dental Solutions podcast. We are the nation's leader in outsourced dental billing. Our clients require highly skilled dental office managers that can consult with client offices.
Welcome to the eAssist Dental Solutions podcast. I am your host, Andre Quintana, and I am here in the Raleigh area of North Carolina. And I just want to remind everybody that the eAssist Dental Solutions podcast is a show that can have dental teams, dental consultants, and I'm always so excited when I have our own teams, our own eAssisters, which, by the way, we have one rock star today on the show, and I'll bring her in just a moment for the interview here. But, I just want to remind that eAssist is the leader in dental billing. And the other thing is that the eAssist has been awarded the Inc. 500 for the 3 years in a row as one of the fastest growing business in America. So now I don't want to delay any longer because you could tell I'm so excited to bring this person in. She is a relationship manager and many other things at eAssist, but I am just going to let her tell you a little bit more about herself. Her name is Alexis Ashley. Alexis, how are you today?
I am doing great. It is so nice to be here. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, I just spent, a few seconds telling everybody about, the fact that you are a relationships manager. And I've talked to you many times. I talked to you up at Summit. I know why, okay? But I really want you to say hello to eAssist Nation and then tell them a little bit about yourself.
Well, hello, eAssist Nation. It is so nice to be with you guys tonight. And I want to give a special shout out to my wonderful Rockstar region. So hello, guys. It is so nice to be talking with you. I started dental when I was 18 years old, right out of high school. I ended up working in an office where they did on-the-job training. And after about 18 months of on-the-job training in the state of California, you were allowed to go challenge the California State Boards for your registered dental assistant license. And so I did that. I fell in love with it. I started working and just fell in love with everything to do back office. I realized I wanted to be a dentist, so I just started learning from my doctors every day of why they did things, why they chose a crown over a composite, why we had to pack cord, just as much as I could. And as dental offices go, sometimes when it's slow, people get sent home, what have you. And I never wanted to be one of those ones sent home. So I would always constantly be going up front, asking what I could do, how I could help them. And so I slowly started to learn everything with the front office. And I started out with insurance verification, learning, calling insurances, finding out patients' benefits, their maximums, do they downgrade? And then I slowly got into understanding the ledger and how insurances pay. And I've been doing it now for 19 years. I have been in the dental industry.
Wow.
And I absolutely love it.
19 years. That's as long as I've been married. My goodness. What amazing experience. And you did something amazing there, which is you gave credit to your team, your region. And, for doctors listening out there, because I'm part of the new clients information specialist team with Michelle Pennington and Jenny Burton. And, oftentimes doctors call in and they want to know the quality of people that we have at eAssist. And that's why I really was so excited to have you here today because, look, you opened up, this was unscripted, and you gave credit to your team right away. Why are they so important to you?
Because they do everything. They are smart. They handle stuff. They get the message to Garcia. They get out there and they work for the offices. If a doctor is struggling or has questions, they respond immediately and answer. They find the answers. They're calling the insurance companies. They're finding out why claims are denied. They're getting them appealed. And I mean, honestly, they reach out to me. I'm always there to support them. But for the most part, my team is amazing. They just get in there and they get the job done. And I am so impressed with everybody in my region.
Yeah, that's so important for doctors to hear and eAssist Nation out there, because it's a team effort. Like they make you look good. We make them look good. And then they make me look good, because when I bring a new office in, that's so important to close the deal and just make the whole company. I'm just getting excited. Make the whole company look good, right? Isn't that what it's all about?
Oh, yeah, it's a complete team effort, 100% team effort. We couldn't do it without each other. And it's the same thing in a dental office. The front office couldn't get anything done without the back office. The back office couldn't get anything done without the front office. And as a whole, they all need the doctor and the hygienist. And I think we tend to lose sight of that sometimes when we're working. But we have to remember it's a team effort, 100%.
Wow. I never thought of it that way, Alexis, because I really feel now that I learned something new today. We resemble the dental office because we have moving parts. In a dental office, the same thing. You have to have a great front desk and good assistants and good hygienists. And, eAssist does make it easier for doctors to have that. And we're going to dive into that in just a moment. But please tell everyone, this is a two-part question here. How did you find eAssist, and how has joining eAssist changed your life?
Wow. So I actually found eAssist one day doing a Google search, just looking for something, and it popped up, and I went in and I took the quiz, and I never heard anything back from them. And then I happened to be at one of the dental conventions here in Arizona a few years ago, and they had a booth, and I went up to them. I was like, oh my gosh, you guys are real. You really exist. Because this whole time I had thought it was a spam thing, that it wasn't a real company, and they did. And they were able to, Sandy was able to pull up my quiz and everything, and she was able to fast track me, and I got hired, and I absolutely fell in love with the company and being able to do the things on the backside and helping offices be able to focus on what's most important for them, which is the patients in the office, in the chair, and taking care of them and making sure that they're satisfied and they're happy, instead of trying to be on the phone with an insurance company figuring out a claim. Like, they can focus on the most important thing, which is the patients in their practice. So how eAssist changed my life? They are actually like a godsend to me right now. I had a baby last year. He turns 1 this Sunday, December 16th. But when we went in for the gender reveal appointment back in August of 2017, we found out that he had a heart condition called hypoplastic left heart syndrome. And essentially what that means is that his left ventricle was non-existent in his heart. So he only had a 3-chamber heart instead of a 4-chamber heart. And so, I mean, obviously you can tell how crushing that is to find out. And we got referred to doctors, and we found out that one of the top hospitals for this condition, where he ends up with 3 open heart surgeries, was the Children's Hospital in Philadelphia. So I would actually have to be flying back there to deliver my baby there at the Children's Hospital in Philadelphia. And then within the first week, he would have his very first surgery. So eAssist completely saved me and my family, because I didn't have to quit my job. I didn't have to lose income for my family. I found a hotel type suite place in November, and I moved back to Philadelphia, and I had Aiden in December, but I was able to stay with him in the hospital the whole time he was there after his surgery. Sorry, I'm getting a little emotional about it. But after surgery and everything, and during the recovery process, before we were allowed to come home, I got to be with him. I got to be by his side. I didn't have to go to work and then come to the hospital when my day was done. I didn't have to worry about losing a job and losing income. I was able to be there for him and my family and help support with the money that I was able to make from eAssist. So it's just been amazing. And when he had his second surgery, when we went back to Philadelphia, the same thing. I didn't have to leave my job with a loss of pay. And I mean, that has just been amazing to me, an amazing company. And the fact that I get to work from home and was able to do that, there aren't enough words to say thank you. Wow.
Thank you for that story. I got emotional too, because first, how's the baby doing? How's he doing?
He is doing amazingly. He's had 2 surgeries. He still will have 1 more to go, but luckily that won't be until he's around 3 years old. So we have a nice little break right now, but he is just doing amazing. He's going to be a year. He's almost walking. He's off of his feeding tubes. I mean, he's a rock star. He is so much braver. And I mean, it is just amazing what kids can go through and overcome.
Wow. Good for you. I'll be thinking about him, and I'm sure all of eAssist Nation will be doing that as well. Thank you for sharing that, Alexis. And, I got a little bit emotional too, because you brought me back to when we spent 2 months in the NICU. My oldest, Matthew, came 2 months early while Jane was actually doing, Dr. Quintana was doing residency up in North Jersey. And it was time for her to have the baby, and it wasn't really time. So, gosh, he's doing great too. Now he's 16 years old, and wow. What stories, and that's another reason why I love eAssist, because what that shows in our stories, Alexis, is that this company is made of real people doing real work. Would you agree with that?
Oh, 100% agree with that. I mean, even though we're doing it after hours and behind the scenes, and we're virtual and people can't really see us, we are human, and we are there, and we are real people, and we do really care for our practices and their success.
And before I ask the next question, is that you care about your practices. You are real people, and the relationships that you build with your offices, I know that your team talks about their office, right? Your office this, your office that. Isn't that a really strong part about eAssist? Like, what feeling do you guys get when you make offices succeed?
For me, it makes me feel empowered, and it lets me know that I've succeeded. Because if my office is failing, then a part of me is failing for them as well, especially if I'm not able to get those claims paid and get that money in. So for me, that communication and just knowing that they're happy and they're excited and that they feel empowered to call me when they have questions or they're unsure about something, that makes me extremely happy that they have the faith and the trust in us, right, to ask us questions.
And for the doctors listening out there, no coincidence there. This is done across the board. Every state is using eAssist right now. In my office, the same thing is happening. Communication, dependability, support. I have a relationship with Lorena, who's out in California, and several other eAssisters that are part of the team, Heather and Marie. Just incredible. So, all right. So how much time it takes to verify, ensure that the schedules are productive, and correctly done for the doctors. Build those relationships with it, which is one of your strengths, right? Do dental offices gain more time when they're using our services in their practice?
Oh, 100%. 100% more time. They have more time to develop themselves, to learn their dental software a little bit better, to enhance their treatment planning better. They don't have to rely on an old insurance breakdown and wondering if it's accurate or not accurate. If they have our insurance verification side, they know it's there. They know it's accurate. They can go in and they can present the most accurate treatment plan that you can possibly present to somebody. And then as far as office managers go, they have so much more time to develop their staff, make sure that people are engaging, help bridge the gap between the front and the back office, make sure that patients are taken care of, follow up on things that just we never have time for in the day, like unscheduled treatment plans, trying to get people reactivated or get the hygiene recare system back in order, or marketing, or just ensuring that the doctors are satisfied and they're taken care of. eAssist provides so much without the office managers and others having to worry about the data entry and getting the claims processed and putting the checks in.
Wow. I learned from every interview. You have just reminded me of something that I really want to explore a little bit more. The other day, I was talking to one of the doctors that I was explaining how, for example, in my office, we have hired 2 people without experience. And the reason I was able to hire people with a stronger background in customer service is because I knew that eAssist is there for me with all the other things. And so, that's really good for the community, because we get to grow and expand people coming into the dental field and get them to maybe come in and break into dentistry a little bit easier than they did in the past. Will you agree with that?
100% agree with that. Personally, I got on the job training, and I am a firm believer that a lot of times it is a lot easier to train someone on the job because you don't have to constantly worry about trying to break bad habits that they've learned from other offices or shortcuts. You can train them the way you want your office to function and to flow. And sometimes it is really hard to break those bad habits out of people. So I agree with you. If someone has the skill set that you need and want, you can train them in anything.
Right. And then it won't be about, one of those lines on the resume, which is how many years have you been in dental? Because they may be a rock star someday, and then having eAssist makes that happen faster for you. So that kind of, goes into satisfaction of your patients, and a satisfied patient is the best referral and marketing tool for an office. How does your leadership and what you do, how does that help with dental offices in your region?
It's all about word of mouth. I mean, if your dentist is happy and satisfied and the communication is there and you're providing the great service for them, I mean, dentistry, as big as it is an extremely small world, and
Yes.
dentists talk and they know each other and they communicate. And if they are happy and they love the extra work-life balance that they have, or the extra work-life balance that you've provided to their office manager, or what have you, that their patients are happier, the doctor is more engaged, he's not so stressed out, like that in turn gets communicated to other people, which in turn helps to grow the practice.
Right. And this is a business. So you may end up with extra great employees because your practice now has the reputation for being one of the best places to work in. Wow. Isn't that true?
100%. And once people find an office they like and they're happy with, and the customer service is there, they don't mind paying a little extra if they have to, if the insurance is out of network or what have you, because they are happy. And just customer service alone, I feel, is becoming a lost art. And so if you can get that, or you can get your staff to focus on that and not be stressing out about checking the mail or insurance verifications or getting those claims out, and they can focus on the patients in the practice, like within 6-9 months, your practice is going to be in a completely different area than where it was to begin with.
That is excellent. Thank you so much. So now we are going to take a little break to go and say hello from eAssist and a short announcement. But when we come back, we are going to put the emphasis and the spotlight on dental office managers. We'll be right back.
You know your practice is losing money. You just don't know why. Office managers are often overwhelmed with juggling insurances, patients, scheduling, and staff. eAssist Dental Solutions has the answer. By outsourcing your dental billing efforts with eAssist, your patients become your sole focus. With eAssist on your side, you will feel the burden of insurance collections lifted off your shoulders. Visit us at www.dentalbilling.com today to find out more information.
So, we are back again at the eAssist Dental Solutions podcast with Alexis Ashley. Alexis, one more time, please. Let them know that you love eAssist Nation. Can you say hello one more time?
Of course. Hello, eAssist Nation. Hello, my regional rock stars.
That is great. So, dental office managers can take time off and things really fall apart. The office really tends to kind of change its flow a little bit. And quite frankly, let me tell you, when I miss my office manager, who is Patty Overstreet, by the way, and she was trained in California, CDA from California, and now she manages the whole office. But not that, we can't operate without her, but things kind of, you miss that really knowledgeable person. How do you help with these issues in an office?
Well, for one, if you have something a little bit different and the office manager isn't so focused on having to constantly input checks so the office has income or send out claims or follow up on appeals and someone else is able to focus on that, then that provides the office manager time with being able to train her team and cross-train them. So if the treatment coordinator's sick for the day, that front office receptionist, she can slip over into that spot and help the office out because the office manager has had that extra time to train people in the different areas that they need to be. So that way when someone is sick or isn't there for a day, the whole office doesn't completely shut down.
Perfect. And the reason I wanted to talk about the office managers is because we need you, office managers. Any eAssist Nation rockstar ex-office manager out there, congratulations for the work you have done, and thank you for the work you have done over the years. The ones that are out there listening to the show for just educating yourselves, making sure whether or not eAssist is a good fit for you, we congratulate you. We care about you, and we want you to also have flexibility in your life because we care about that even inside eAssist. We care about self-care. Don't you agree with that? Can you tell people a little bit about how eAssist cares about self-care?
Oh, big time. I mean, you can't just work 13 hours a day and be able to go home and provide that same care to your husband and to your children. I mean, at some point, it's going to break. And the person that usually ends up taking the hit of that break is usually your husband or your family. And that's the one spot that you don't want to have that happen. So being able to have that work-life balance and not have to stress out so much about getting statements out, claims, getting paid, making sure the doctor has enough money. I mean, it's so vital. I mean, you have to be able, we don't get up and work all day long to go to bed. I mean, that's just not who we are. We have to be able to relax. We have to be able to go out and have fun, enjoy our family, enjoy life. We only get one life to live, and it can't always be about work.
Yes, we do. Wow. Well said, Alexis. Oh my gosh. Now, I mean, we've done a tremendous interview. We're almost near the end. I know you and I can stay here for hours, but I know we have work to do for our offices, right? So I'm just going to let people know right now, if they are looking to contact eAssist, that they can reach us at 844-327-7478, or just simply go to dentalbilling.com or eAssist.com, and you'll be able to contact us. I guarantee you. So what can you tell an office listening today that is thinking about calling eAssist and how to get started with the eAssist billing services?
Pick up the phone and call. Pick up the phone and call. If this is something that you're thinking about, then do it. Do it. And if you're an office manager and you're hesitant and you're afraid that we're going to take over your job or something like that, no, this is not what we are here for. We are a part of your team. We are your right hand. We are your right hand. We are not here to take anyone's job or anyone's position. We are here to make your life easier so you can work smarter and not harder, so you can get that work-life balance, so you are not working 10, 12-hour days.
Wow, you're a superstar, because, oh my goodness, that made me so happy, because my team, they think of the people working in my office as an extension, liaison. They think of us as, we're all together in this, and we get so much done. So thank you for bringing that up. So important, because that could be the mentality out there, and you said it best. So now I just have one more question. I'm going to get a little personal with you, Alexis. Is that okay? Is that okay?
Oh, yeah, bring it.
All right. So how do you feel at the end of the day when you have helped a dental office be successful?
That is a very good question. Wow. I mean, I guess I feel good. I feel relaxed. I feel at ease. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel empowered to know that I've helped someone. I've helped someone get some more time with their family. I've helped someone stress out a little less. I've helped them be able to provide more for their offices, get those bonuses back. I've provided that work-life balance for them. I've hopefully have made them be able to go to their child's high school performance or their last sporting game or something like that, because they're not having to stay late to take care of things that we do for them. So it's empowering, and it makes me feel really good.
Amazing. So you said it best, and we're going to end it with that, because if you are an office manager, rock star, working 10-hour days, or a dentist, a doctor working really long hours, I guarantee you, I have not put those kinds of hours in a dental office in over 3 years now, because I have eAssist on my side. We all get done, in 7 or 8 hours. We start at 7 a.m. with our first patient, and we are all holding hands in the parking lot at a decent time so that we can go back to our families and do great things at home. Alexis, thank you for coming on. Thank you for your expertise, your time, anything that you would like to say to your team out there.
Today is Friday. Get your numbers in and don't do anything over the weekend. Relax.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, doctors and eAssist Nation, for listening to our podcast. Thank you, Dr. Anderson, and all of the leaders at eAssist Dental Solutions. Have a great week. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you once again to eAssist Nation and our amazing doctors. We want to remind you to give us a rating and a review, and thank you for letting eAssist be a part of your journey. Have a great week, everybody.
We hope that you have enjoyed this episode of the eAssist Dental Solutions podcast. We love to put the spotlight on the individuals for their outstanding work for our clients.